Girls, today we will start a new lesson. It's distance on the coordinate plan. Today we will talk about how we will find a distance between two numbers or two points lie horizontally or vertically. So we will find the distance between 2 points. Those 2 points lie on a horizontal line or vertical line in the coordinate plan. So let's start with the first example. So the first example on page 189. Okay, so we have 2 points here. Of course, you have a problem here. You can read it. So this problem is the map of Fugi or mountain park is marked on a coordinate plan in units of 1 mile. There are two campgrounds in the park. Camp 1 and is located on this point, and Camp 2 is located on 5.3 and 3. So I want to locate the points first thing. Let's locate the points. The first point is -4, 3. That means the x is negative, the y is positive. -4, that means will be on the on the left side of 0. This is -4. What about the 3? The 3 will be here on y axis, will be up over the 0. This is 3. And this is 4. So this is the first point. They name the point Camp 1, sorry. This is Camp 1. Okay, on this point. Now I want to find the second one. It's 5, 3. The first axis or the first coordinate, the x coordinate is 5. That means it's positive on the right side of 0. This is 5. Will be up, and the 3 will be also the 3. The y coordinate is 3. Will be up over the 0. This is 3. So this is the second point here. We name it Camp 2. This is the second point. Camp 2. Now I want to find the distance between those 2 points. Okay. Now girls, the first step, you have to locate the points on the coordinate plan. The second step, look at the points here. The points are on the same line, or on the same horizontal line, which is this line. The 2 points are on the same horizontal line, okay, which is this line, right? But this point, Camp 1, the point 1 is here, and the point 2 is here. You know that when we talk about the coordinates, or the x coordinate or the y coordinate, when we talk about the coordinate, the x coordinate, I told you that you have to take it according to the sign, which is positive or negative, will be on the left or on the right. But when we want to know the coordinate, we have to jump from 0. That means this 5 is what? That means this distance from y axis, right? The 5 here is the distance from the y-axis, because when we want to know the x-coordinate, we have to move from the 0 point in the middle from the 0 point in the middle of the x-axis 5 steps. That's mean 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? Also, when I want to know the x coordinate here for the first point, for point 1. Okay, Joanna, that's okay. So the x coordinate for point 1 is -4. But also to locate this coordinate on the x-axis, I have to move from the 0 point. The 0 point here on the x-axis to the right side also 4 steps. -1, -2, -3, -4. So the distance between those 2 points is this distance. Okay, this distance. This is the distance between those 2 points. But take a look at this distance. This distance, if you take it down here, it's what? It's the, okay, I will change the color. Okay, it's the x coordinate for the first point and added to the x coordinate to the second point, right? But of course, this coordinate is a negative x. The x coordinate for the first point, point 1, is a -4. But you know that the distance, of course, it's positive. There is no negative distance. So this thing will remember you with what? Will remember you with the absolute value. Because I told you the absolute value is the distance, the definition for absolute value, girls. Did you remember it? The definition for the absolute value is the distance from the 0 for the point. So to know the distance between those 2 points, point 1 and point 2, I have to add the x coordinate for the both numbers. But of course, this point is, or the x for this point is -4. -4. For this point is 5. So 5 here is the distance from 0 point. And -4, I have to take it with the absolute value. So it will be the distance also from this point and the 0 point. So if you add those numbers, it will give you the horizontal distance between point 1 and point 2. That means the distance will be 5 plus the absolute value for -4. So what is the absolute value for -4? Yes, Farah. You give me the final answer. The absolute value for -4, it's 4. So it will be 5 plus 4 equals what? Equals 9. So the distance between those 2 points is 9 units. Okay? 9 units. Thank you. Okay, girls, did you want me to repeat it again? I will repeat or not? Okay, I will repeat. So, girls, I want the distance between those 2 points. Because we are talking about a distance, Tolene. So, of course, the distance is not negative. Of course, the distance always will be positive. So, that's why I have to take the absolute value for -4, because I'm talking about the distance, not the coordinate here. The distance means the distance from 0. You have to count the units. You know those squares, you have to count the units. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's why I have to take the absolute value for -4. I will repeat again. Girls, I have 2 points, this point and this point. I want to find the horizontal distance between those 2 points. Okay? The horizontal distance, I will know it from the x-coordinate. Why? Because the x-coordinate is the horizontal coordinate with me, the horizontal axis. Okay? So I will know it from the horizontal axis. If I want to find the horizontal distance, that's mean I have to find, or I have to use the horizontal axis, which is x here. So I will find the x for the first point. The x for the first point is -4, and the x for the second point is 5. You know that the x means the x coordinate is the distance between the point and the 0 point on the x axis. Okay, so the distance between this point and 0 point on x-axis is -4. Of course, I have to take it with absolute value because I am talking about distance, and there is no distance with negative. So the absolute value for -4, it's 4. Now, what is the distance from this point and 0 point on the x-axis? It's 5. So to know the whole distance, I have to add the first x, the x1, and the x2. It will give me what? It will give me 9. Yes, yes. No, but when we are talking about distance, of course there is no negative distance. Just when we are talking about distance, Lena. Okay? Not a coordinate. Okay? So this is the distance between the 2 points, and if you want to count it, count the units, count those squares, the blue squares, count the units between the first point and the second point. It will give you 9 units. Okay, another example about the distance here. Okay, this one. Did you finish, girls? I think you finished, right? Type 1 if you finished, please. Okay. Let's see now example on page 190. Okay, in this example, I want to know, in this example, I will erase those. Okay, just 1 minute. I want to know the distance between first point A and B. I have 4 points here, A, B, C, D on this coordinate, and I want to know the distance between A and B. Where is A? This is A here, and this is B. Look. Okay, Jenna said that the distance is 5. Now we will see, Jenna. Girls, look, the distance between A and B, of course, this is a figure for the x-axis. This is the x-axis. So if I want to find the x for A, I have to take from the point here, I have to take a line. It will intersect x-axis on a point. He told me that the point is -9 here. -9. Okay, the point is -9. And the x-axis for B point, if you take a line, vertical line, it will intersect the x-axis on a point -4. Okay. Now, the 2 points are located on the same horizontal line. That's mean when I have a horizontal distance, on the same horizontal distance, I have the distance here on the x-axis. I will use the horizontal axis, which is x. So the distance between those two lines, or those 2 points, sorry, it will be this distance. This is the distance between the points, right? And it will be equal the distance between the x coordinate for those 2 points, A and B. Now, let's see. First thing, girls, you know that the x coordinate for B is -9. And this -9 means this is the distance from this point and 0 point on the x-axis. That's mean from this point and 0 point, okay? This is the x for what? For A. Sorry, for A. So the -9 means I have to move from the 0 on the x-axis to the left side 9 units. So you have to count your 9 units. That's mean this distance is the absolute value for 9, right? The absolute value for -9, sorry. The absolute value for -9. Also, the x coordinate for B is -4. What is -4? This is -4. That's mean the x coordinate told me this point is the distance between this point and the 0 point on green here is -4. That's mean I have to move here from the 0 point on the x-axis to the left side 4 units. So this distance is the absolute value for -4. So that's mean if I want to know the distance between those 2 points, okay, let's see. Look, girls, this is the first distance and this is the second one. Okay, so to find this distance, this one in pink, I have to subtract the absolute value for this coordinate from the absolute value from this coordinate. That's mean the absolute value for -9 and the absolute value for -4. I have to subtract between those two distances to find this one. That's why written here -9 in absolute value and -4 in the pink or in the red color. So the value or the distance between the horizontal distance between A and B is the difference between the absolute value for -9 and the absolute value for -4. The absolute value for -9 is 9. The absolute value for -4 is 4. 9 minus 4 equals what? Equals 5 units. This is the answer. So the distance between those two points is 5 units. And you can here count it. Look, this is the x here and this is the x here. Look, here also, this is the x and this is the x. Count the units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 units. This is the answer that I have it already. Okay, girls? Did you understand it? Okay, did you finish? Type 1 if you finish. Okay, all of you. If you don't finish, please type 0 to know, or to wait to write the answers. Okay, Jenna, please write the answers quickly. Now I want to find the distance between C and D after that. Okay, Jenna finished. Let's see now the second one. Okay, I will erase those. Now I want to find the distance between C and D. Okay, now let's see C and D. I will return to the last, okay, this one. Where is C? This is C. Here. Okay. This is C, girls. And this is D. C and D are on the same vertical line. Look, the same vertical line. Okay, the two numbers are on the same vertical line. I want to find the distance between those 2 points. That means the distance between the points will be a vertical distance. The vertical distance related to which axis? What is the vertical axis with me? Who will tell me in the coordinate plan? What is the vertical axis? X or Y? The vertical axis, Farah. The vertical axis is Y. Very good. The vertical axis is Y. That means I will deal with the Y now. Okay. Let's see, girls. For the first number, if I want to find the Y for the first number, it's what? Or the first point, sorry. It's C. The Y is 10. This is the Y. The Y is 10. And the second point, the Y is 3, between 2 and 4 in the middle. The y-axis, or the y-coordinate, sorry, told me that this point is, or this point, the distance between it and the 0 on the y-axis is 10. That means this 10 is the distance between this point and 0 point, or the x-axis. So this 10 is the distance from the 0 point on the y-axis. This is 10. And the y-coordinate here is 3. So that means this 3 also is the distance between the point and the 0 point on the y-axis. Look at this distance and look at this distance. The second one is 3. I will write it here. 3. This is 3. So the first one is 10. The second one is 3. You know that the distance between those 2 points is this distance. Okay, this is the distance between the points. So the distance between C and D is the difference between the y coordinate for those 2 points, 10 and 3. That means 10 minus 3 is the distance between, or the vertical distance between C and D. That means it will be what? 10, I will write it here. It will be 10 minus 3 equals what? 7 units. Of course, here already in the book told you that you have to take the absolute value for the whole numbers, okay, to make the numbers positive. So, but here no need to take the absolute value because already the numbers are positives. Okay, sorry, this is 3. Okay, so the distance between C and D is 7 units. You can count it on the coordinate plan also. You can count it on the coordinate plan. Okay, girls, did you understand it? Okay, step 1, I'm sorry. In which coordinate which coordinates are the same here? Which coordinates are the same? Let's take a look. Which coordinates are the same? 8, 10, 8, 3. The same. Girls, the same. Which coordinates are the same? He is asking you about the coordinate. They are the same. X, very good, Mariam. X are the same because 8 here and 8 here. The same X. This is the missing number. The X is or the missing word is the X coordinate is the same or are the same. So the points lies on a vertical line. Okay, girls, so there is no rule when I want to find the distance between 2 points. I have to locate the numbers on the coordinate plan and then I will find the distance between the points, the vertical or the horizontal distance. Okay, girls, now did you finish, girls? Did you finish the... When you finish, please type 1 in the chat. If you don't finish, please type 0. Okay, I think all of you finished. Okay, Johara, you didn't finish? Okay, hurry up, please, because if you finish, please open page 191 to start with the first example. Okay, you finished. Okay, you type 0, and 0 means you don't finish. You have to save that. Okay, now let's erase those and let's solve number 1. Okay, now girls, find the distance between the pair of points. Look at the points. The points are -3, 1, 2, 1. I have the same y. The same y. That's mean the points will be on a horizontal line or vertical line. Who will tell me? The points will be on a horizontal line or on a vertical line because I have the same y. The same y, that's mean very good, Lena. It will be on a horizontal distance, on the same horizontal line. So what is -3, 1? Already it's written -3, 1 right here. This is -3 on the x and this is 1 on the y, so this is the point here. What about 2, 1? 2, 1. The x is 2, this is the 2 here on the x, and the y is 1. So look, the points are on the same horizontal line. Okay, the same horizontal line. Because I have the same y coordinate. So it's in the opposite. If you have the same y, that's mean the points are on a horizontal line. If you have the same x, that's mean the points are on a vertical line. I want to find the distance between those 2 points. Look, the points on a horizontal line, that's mean I have to use the horizontal coordinate or the horizontal axis, which is what? Which is x. Which is x. Very good. You mean the distance, Lena? The first mistake is the negative. You have a negative distance? No, it's not -4, dear. Now we will see what. So girls, first thing, I will take the x for the first point, which is -1 and sorry, -3 and 1. The x for this point is -3. That's mean this negative means the distance from this point and the 0 point is what? The distance from this point and the 0 point is the absolute value for 3. It's a 3. The absolute value for, sorry, -3. So it's a 3. This is the distance between this point and 0 point. Now, the x for the second one is 2. That's mean this point, the distance from this point and 0 point on the x-axis is what? Is 2 units, or the absolute value for 2. The absolute value for 2. Okay? Or you can say 2 because the number is positive. Now I want to find the distance between the points, the horizontal distance. The horizontal distance is what? Is this distance between those 2 points. That's mean I have to add the absolute value for the both -3 and 2 to find the whole distance between those 2 points. So the horizontal distance from this point and y-axis is the absolute value for -3 equals what? Equals 3. And the horizontal distance from this point to 1 to y-axis is what? Is the absolute value for 2. So the first distance is -3. The second one is 2. Of course, in absolute value. The absolute value for -3, the absolute value for 2 equals 2. To find the absolute value, the distance between those 2 points, I have to add 3 and 2. That's mean 3 plus 2 units equals what? Equals 5. Okay, and you can check your answer if your answer is correct or not from this. Look at those 2 points and count the units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have 5 units between them on the horizontal line. That's mean your answer is correct. It's 5 units. Okay, the period is finished. Okay, girls, did you finish? Because the period is finished. We will continue tomorrow, inshallah, the lesson. There is no homework, of course, today. Thank you so much for attending today, girls, and tomorrow we will continue the lesson and do the exercises, inshallah. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Bye.